Hey guys, how you doing today? It's your girl, Miss Debs. I'm coming to you from Deborah's Delicious Dishes in my kitchen here in Orange, New Jersey. Today, guys, the truth be told, I normally do my session on Wednesdays of Daily Strength for Women. Well, I'm not going to be reading from the book today. I'm going to be reading from my heart because this will be an enlightenment, hopefully a helpmate to someone. Um, I feel like I need to get this out. Um, a lot of times I come up here and I do, whether it was doing the Bible in 52 weeks for women or inspirational quotes or daily strength for women. And I always told you guys, I do it to help someone else out, but it's helping me as well to go through my healing process and things that I've been through in my life that I put on the back burner or, just pushed in the very back, the room in the back of my mind. Not saying I forgot it per se, but sometimes you put things away. When you finish with something, like a kid, when you were a child and you played with your favorite toy and you loved that toy, and after you finish playing with it, you put it up into a safe place so no one could touch it or bother it, right? So, first, let me give honor to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because without him, I don't even know how I would have made it through this journey, me going through me being out of work for over a year, and so much doubt came into play, and then the fact that things that I've been through in my life, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be sitting here today, and I can admit that. So I got to give my honor and praises to him, because without God there could be no me, no you, no us, none of this. Okay, Miss Debs is coming to you raw today, and I think it needs to be said. I try to be transparent with you guys. First of all, I'm only human. And we come up here, whether you're looking at us through your telephone screens or your television screens or whatever devices you have, your computer, your laptop, your iPad, and you look at people's lives and you see them with their families, and oh, they have such a beautiful family. Oh, they get along so good. It's such they have so much togetherness, and but we don't see that. First of all, we're human first, and we're not supposed to judge one way or another. Like they say, everything that look good sometimes is not good, because we have to be transparent with ourselves first of all, and then with other people, so we can be an enlightenment to them. And maybe someone is going through something and they're looking for help, but they just might feel inadequate, or feel a certain type of way to address someone and say, well, I was going through this, and I don't know how to get through it. Well, let me tell you, we all have been through it. I have been in an emotional, physical, abusive situation in my life, relationship, and I've been through a lot of things. And my children always told me, and one of my stepdaughters, she used to say, "Ma, you so cold," like, because they didn't mean cold in the sense that I was a mean, hard person, but they meant it as if to say, because they told me through the years that I didn't seem to let anything bother me. It's just that sometimes when you've been through so much, you can kind of like filter things, that maybe on the outside it don't seem like you're experiencing it, but you know how to, like I say, put it away for another time. Okay, so just to goes to show you, like, I have been going through something for the last couple of weeks. I've been going through a lot of spiritual warfare and a lot of emotional warfare. I have went through a depression. Yes, I have. And I didn't even know I was going through a depression, because I'm always speaking about God. I'm always trying to be an inspiration to someone else. But sometimes we're the people that's hurting the most sometimes. Do you feel where I'm coming from? Um, it wasn't a constant thing, but it became a constant thing. You know, I was always so used to, taking care of my home, taking care of my children, work, work, work. And to be out of work for a year, and I speak on that a lot, but now you're getting to the point to see why I speak on it a lot. Because when you're used to doing for yourself for so long, and being the breadwinner per se, and taking care of home, you forget about you. You put you on the back burner because it's about taking care of kids and family. But my children are all grown now, and it's time to take care of me. And they keep telling me that, Mom, we're grown. Don't worry about us. You have to do your life. You have to do things you want to do. You say you want to travel. You want to do this and that. Do it. Right? So, like I said, I've been through a lot in my life. And we look at people on this forum. Um, and we look at people and we say, wow, oh, they got a beautiful home. You know, you might see someone that you subscribe to their channel and they have a beautiful home, or you see them take lavish vacations and stuff like that, and they're just seem like they're living the life. But you never know what goes on behind closed doors. And it's not for us to judge one way or another, because as the Bible says, he that is without sin, let him cast the first stone. And none of us is exempt from doing sin. So, I haven't always been something in my life that I was proud of. And I always, from day one, as I start talking to you, I always tried to be transparent about that. So I just want to hit on some topics because mental illness is real. Um, and it just needs to be spoke on. I have a son that's going through mental illness, and I've told you guys this many a times. And you know, I'm just putting it in God's hand. That's all I can say. And I'm going to be the mom that I can be to him, and I'm going to be there for him. But certain things sometimes is out of your control, and I have to realize that. So getting back to me being out of work for over a year, um, it got me to the point where you never really know yourself, because when you're constantly working and throwing yourself into the work front, and you're running doing this and that, and my get high was shopping. So I worked hard, so I figured I deserve things in life like everybody else do. So you forget about you understand what I'm saying? So as I was working, and now since I'm home for this year, I'm sitting here and I have nothing but, they say the idle mind is the devil's playground. I have nothing but idle time on my hand. So therefore, you have time to think. Where before you were so busy and caught up in the world and things of the world to work and to keep a roof over your heads, that you don't think about you per se. You get what I'm saying? And now, since I'm sitting home for this year, I have really had this time where I have nothing to do but think about things. So that's when the depression set in. So I just wanted to tell you guys, we're all human. We have flesh, and none of us are perfect. No matter what your economical status is, no matter what you have in life, what degrees you have achieved. Um, One of my favorite gospel singers, and I won't even say her name, but she admitted not too long ago that she had an alcoholic problem. She drinks heavily, and not heavily, but she has a problem. She acknowledged that she have a problem. And I've been hearing a couple of people talking about one of my favorite elevation worship, Maverick City. And the people were just roasting them on YouTube, social media sites, saying, they're not perfect, and, maybe they wasn't praising God like they were supposed to. They sing music, and their music is so touching, and it was satisfying to me, because at a dark part in my life, I would always look for their music to help me get through certain situations. But again, it just goes to show you that people are human. And then one of the leaders of Maverick City, Chandler Moore, when he got married, there was a picture surfacing on him and his wife, and he had her bent over in like a prerogative position, and people just chewed in on the man. But you know what? Like, I gotta say, I don't excuse nobody for what they do. It's not. No, I didn't mean to say that. We so quick to judge people. Like, we're all a human. We all done things that if people knew half of the stuff we did, them skeletons come running out them closets, man, a lot of us will go up under a rock and hide. So who is us to judge? That's what I'm trying to say. People are human, they go through things, and life happens. And as long as you're here on this earth, you're not superhuman, you are human, and you're going to do things that you're going to regret. You're going to go through things that you question at a later time in your life. But I don't think any of us should judge one another because we're not superhuman. Um, so getting back to me, I've been through emotional, physical abuse, and life has happened to me, you know. So I feel like it's therapeutic for me to talk about it, and it'll be a testimony for me so it can be an enlightenment to someone else. Someone probably have been through emotional, psychological, physical abuse, and they keep it bottled up inside, but you need to talk it through or admit it, and it heals you. It helps start the healing process. Let me say that. So I had put all these things in the back of my mind. I'm not naive. It's not that I act like it didn't never exist, but I knew how to maneuver it to get through life where it didn't hinder me from what I was doing in my life. You understand what I'm saying? So like I said, life has happened, and I just tell God, here I am with my arms wide open. I'm pouring out my life, gracefully broken. I'm still blessed, even in the middle of my storm, in the middle of my trials. But we all are human, and we fall short of the glory of God. And maybe if more of us became more transparent and truthful to ourselves, we could actually help someone that's going through trials, and we can be a testimony to someone, like I just said. That's why when God laid on my heart to do the Bible in 52 weeks for women, or me doing the daily strength for women, I always told you, when I talk and read those books, it's not only to help you, but it helps me as well. Um, I just thank God for allowing me, for getting me through it and allowing me to go through it so I can be a helpmeet to someone. And just to speak on, we're all going through things in life beyond our control. Sometimes it doesn't matter what your, like I said, your economical status or how educated you are, how well spoken you are. You have to be true to yourself and own your truth and speak your truth, because it will eventually help yourself and someone. It will set someone free. So I just wanted to come up here and speak that to you guys, because sometimes you see people and they might seem bigger than life. Like, wow, do they ever go through anything? They always smiling and always giving words of encouragement and inspiration. But sometimes we are the most broken people. You understand? Sometimes things happen in our life or have happened in our life, and we're hurting the most. So I just wanted to come up here and share that with you guys, because I was really going through something um, psychologically, because a lot of things now, since I'm sitting home, like I'll say again, it's been pushed to the forefront, and it made me realize things that I went through in my life where it was not so many happy, the things that I did go through, they were not happy times. And but God got me through it. So I'm just here to tell you that no matter what you go through in life, if you believe and you have faith, and He never said you won't have those dark moments. He never said you won't have those skeletons coming out your closet. You might was abused, may have been abused as a child. Maybe your dad or someone in your life touched you. Or maybe you had to do things that you're not proud of to survive. Or maybe you were at a point in your life where you had to steal to survive. Maybe you had to go out and do things, whether it was stripping in a club, or getting you a sugar daddy or sugar mama, whatever you had to go in through life to get you through from point A to point B. I'm not here to judge you. It's like, what you going to do now since you know better. That's why I try not to judge people, because you never know what somebody's going through. What you might can handle, I probably can't. And what maybe some things I can handle, you probably can't. But just know to stay encouraged. Um, don't beat yourself up no matter what you did. Because again, we all are human. None of us are better than the other. I don't care how you live, and you can live on the hilltop, have the flyest apartment, the baddest car, you know, wear the best designer clothes. That doesn't make you who you are. Because when you're dead and gone, you're just like dust in the wind. You might be remembered, but eventually you would, like that dust blowing in the wind. That's how your persona, your life will be. So I think we're put here to be an enlightenment to people, to share our stories, to share our imperfections, to share our trials and tribulations, because it can be a helpmate to someone. But I feel like if we keep it bottled up inside, it can not only be a hindrance to us, but our story never gets to be told. Because I always said this, the graveyard have so many books that was never written because we never stood up and fought for the things that we went through, whether it was mental abuse, physical abuse, um, things we done wrong, things that was done wrong to us. We have to get them out. We have to talk to someone, whether it's a psychologist, a psychiatrist, um, a therapist. You have to get these things out, because if you don't, it's like a pressure cooker. It keeps building and building and building. And eventually the top is going to pop off if you don't attend to the matter. And that's where mental illness come into play, and certain things like that. And it's best to talk about it, get it out of your system, and just own up to your truth. Because sometimes those hurts and those trials and tribulations make us what we are today. So don't keep them bottled up. And you know you have to let them out. You have to show your imperfections. You have to show that you're human, because we're not walking around here like this strong machine where we can't fall by the grace of God and get up and brush yourself off and say, yeah, I went through this in life at this one particular point in my life, but that doesn't make me. But it's making me to be a better me and to be a help for someone else. So just know that we all go through things, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. It makes you a strong person when you're able to talk about it and get through it and learn from it. And to know that that doesn't define you. Your past doesn't define you. What it does do, if you address it, it could be a week from whatever happened to you or years later. Everybody have their own time when they come out with what they feel that's going to free them. There's no timeline. Like, you find a lot of women have been raped, and used to see them on the talk shows when talk shows were popular. And they would come out 15, 20 years later. Well, why did you wait so long? That would be the first negative response. Why didn't you tell someone before? Maybe they couldn't tell anyone before. Maybe they didn't know how to address it. Maybe they thought it was their fault. We have to stop being so judgmental, and we have to be a helping hand to people. I believe that's what God laid on my heart to tell you guys today. It went totally left for me doing my daily strength for women. But this is a daily strength for women. But my brothers, it's not only for women today, because some of you have been raped. Some of you have been mentally abused. Some of you have been physically abused, psychologically abused. Some of you have gone through things. So we can't just let this be a one-sided thing where it's just about females. It's about everybody collectively, male or female, child or older person. You go through things in life. Be able to speak your truth and hold on to it, because it doesn't make you a less of a person. To me, it makes you a strong person. I have been through physical, mental, and emotional abuse, where in turn now, by me sitting home, and like they say, again, I'll say, an idle mind is the devil playground. That's when he will seep in, when you're home and you don't have your guard up. So I just want to let you know that God is able, and I'm thanking him that he's getting me through it. I didn't walk down that road completely where I can say, okay, you good, girlfriend, you good. I'm getting there, and I'm going to keep holding on to God, because I know if I wouldn't have held on to him as long as I'm holding on to him now, I wouldn't have got through it. So thank you guys. I hope this have been an encouragement to you. We don't have to go into details all the time. You know what it's about. You know what it's about. So just be there for someone. Own up to your truth. And if you can be an enlightenment to someone, be that light. Shine that light down. Because sometimes when you see your brother down, don't step over him or push him down further. Lend out, extend that hand to help him up and say, brother, I know what you're going through. I've been there. I've been there. You know, and just own up to it. I have been almost homeless at times, when I was going through things at the end of my marriage, and it has really been like mind boggling. And I had to do some serious soul searching, but God got me through it. And I'm here to show you, you can get through it. Nothing is forever. Not even us being here is forever. So I said, live your life, love on other people. And when you have issues that you see is coming on in your life that's out of your control, reach out to the Father and just pray, meditate, fast, whatever gets you through it. Talk to someone. Help someone else. That sometimes other people relieve their issues that they're going through by talking to someone else who's going through something. And just be there for one another and never judge, because we never know what somebody's going through behind this right here. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope this have been an enlightenment to someone. I hope someone can say, you know what, Miss Debs, I was going through that too. Don't give me the glorification. Give it to God, because that's who laid it on my heart to speak my truth. It doesn't make me less than a woman. I feel 10 feet tall, because sometime when you cleanse up your heart, you find another soul inside of there. God bless you. May heaven smile down upon you. God bless you. This has been a daily strength and motivation for everyone.